News.
I think about it day and night. I feel like a king, oh yeah. And baby, can't help but stand. Such a rush, baby. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It is such a rush to be here in Seattle today live on the radio. This is Johnny the Capo. You're listening to Viva ENT. And, you know, I got to introduce my excellent co-host, my producer, Mr.
Eric C.C. Ryder. Good afternoon, Johnny.
And my co-host just walked in the door this very second, Mr. Bradley Buckles.
Good afternoon.
Okay, so now, this has got to be, without question, the premier show.
We've had some good shows.
We've
had some great guests on the show today.
What did you resurrect
today
Elvis?
and previously. So.
Oh my God, I'm stoked. The thing is, last week we had because of the holiday, we repeated the Dina Martin show.
Yep, that was a great Thanksgiving show.
And we even had a repeat show on Monday on that. You know, it was such a great show. And as a matter of fact, Brad was the co-host on that show.
That was 2 weeks ago, yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm talking about Dina Martin
the
last
Dina
week.
one, yeah. Dina was great.
Yeah, you were on Dean Martin's show.
Yeah.
Remember Heather was there?
I remember. I remember.
Okay, cool.
And she was really nice.
Oh, Dina Martin. Dina Martin, ladies and gentlemen, is Dean Martin's daughter. And she was on our show. And last week she was, the show was rebroadcast. That was cool.
World-renowned singer.
Oh, yeah.
All kinds of stories
All kinds of stories.
Yeah, her dad.
I love those gangster stories.
Nothing like being the daughter of Dean Martin to like sit on their lap and hear from Uncle Sammy. She's like the Rat Pack cheerleader, I guess would make it.
I would say.
Yep.
Now, here's what's going on. Ladies and gentlemen, today, we have another legend on our show. Thanks to Mr. Jerry Osborne, we have Elvis Presley's original drummer, DJ Fontana. 14 years with Elvis, over 400 recordings with Elvis.
I don't think you've stopped smiling since about a month ago when this all got planned.
Oh, yeah.
You've had a Cheshire grin across your face for probably 4 weeks. I don't know who's more excited, you or Elvis.
Well, I don't know about Elvis, but
His drummer's finally getting recognized.
Well, actually, in reality, DJ Fontana is probably one of the most It's got to be one of the most legendary drummers of all time. Might not be a household name like Hal Blaine or some of the other fellas that we've had on the show, but my oh my, from 1953. Right up until about 1970, he was with the King.
Yep.
Isn't that cool?
Yep. Very cool.
Very cool.
Over 400 recordings.
Over 400 recordings with Elvis.
Wow, that's almost as good as Hal Blaine.
Now, Brad.
With one artist.
Brad, here's something you don't know that I know.
Uh-oh.
And Eric don't know. But, you know, we feature rock legends on our show every week.
Yep.
Next week, there is going to be a new Roy Orbison album released with unknown cuts. Roy Orbison's son will be in our show next week.
Wow, that's cool.
And
awesome.
And we're going to feature some of those cuts.
Very cool.
So that's really cool. So in other words, these recordings have never been heard by the general public. A new album is going to be released next week.
Wow, you'd think, because he passed away in the 80s, I think it was, late 80s, maybe like 1990, around that time. And so you would think everything that he possibly could have recorded would have come out by now. But still finding new stuff in the vault then.
You definitely have to Google it. Because I don't know I don't know when Roy went, actually.
It was either 90 or 89 or 90.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I think something happened. He went bye-bye quick. Maybe a heart attack or something like that. But meanwhile, while Eric Googles it, Brad, let's talk about, other than all these wonderful...
I was wrong. 88.
88.
Yeah.
Wow, that's earlier than I thought. I was going to say 92.
Yeah.
You know, he got.
Are you a big Roy Orbison fan, Eric?
Oh, well, how can you not be? I
The
mean,
Big O,
he's
the
a
Big O.
legend. He's up there with the greats for sure.
Well, I don't know if Brad agrees on that one or not, but in the Big O's day, the DJs would call Roy Orbison, his radio nickname was the Big O.
The Big O.
The Big O. Like Elvis was the king.
I think that means something else now.
Yeah, I was going to say, the Big O in front of our other two guests this afternoon might have a completely different definition.
Yeah, I hear you what you said.
And Roy is not something that they would start with.
The Big O. The Big O. So anyway, it's cool when the DJs give the select artist a title.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for instance.
Nickname.
Exactly. And they didn't come up with the name for themselves. Like Elvis didn't say one day, hey, I'm the king. And Roy didn't say, hey, I'm the Big O. You know, the DJs and the fans, mostly the DJs, I would say, did that. So I think that's the coolest thing.
So what was your nickname?
Well, I've had all kinds of nicknames.
Johnny and the Bad Boys is the official name.
There was about a 3 or 4 year period I went as when I was playing in Vegas with my band, Johnny Creo.
Johnny Creo.
Johnny Creo.
I was
That's
Johnny.
all right.
I was Johnny Creo.
That's catchy.
Yeah, it was kind of cool, and for a while.
So did your ID in Vegas say Johnny Creo?
No, but when they billed me, it said Johnny Creo. Tonight, Johnny Creo.
Creo.
Creole.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Creole.
I like that.
Johnny Creo, baby.
Okay, and then after that?
Like King Creole and
Yeah.
the coconut.
There you go. Well, there was what was that? The coconut king? What was it? Kid Creole.
Yeah.
Yeah. He came up with that after I did. So anyway, that was kind of cool. Also, anyway, Brad, I wanted to talk about Wedding Expo for a little while.
Oh, yeah, that.
I'm having too much fun.
Okay, Creo. I think we're going to bring that name back. Well, the Wedding Expos are coming up January 3rd in Bellevue. It's our second annual Bellevue Wedding Expo. Of course, it's the big show that everyone wants to talk about. Everybody wants the Bellevue Wedding Expo, and it's back at the Maidenbower. Tickets have just gone on sale now at bridesclub.com, so there's like a 2-for-1 deal going on. It will not last, so buy them before Santa Claus comes, because if you wait till afterwards, you'll be disappointed.
So now, the first, you got 3 wedding expos in January.
Yep.
The first one is going to be at the Maidenbower Center in Bellevue.
Yes.
And then we have Tacoma.
Tacoma Dome is on January 9th and 10th.
Tacoma Dome, baby. And Tacoma Dome is always a sensational show.
Tacoma Dome's fun. That's what I call my home.
The first time I did the Tacoma show with you was, 12 years ago, 11 years ago. And I didn't really want to do the Tacoma show because I just didn't want to do a lot of business in Tacoma, only because of the fact that means I would have more business than I had. But guess what? I love it.
Tacoma's a great market. Includes all of Renton, Kent, some West Seattle, and then goes, of course, all the way goes down the freeway, Puyallup and Lakewood and such. And there's a lot of brides that get married down south.
Oh, yeah. Tacoma is the place. I love Tacoma. And the Tacoma Wedding Expo is, without a question, a great show consistently, year after year, time after time. It's the show.
Well, thanks.
Yeah, it's great. And now the Maidenbower Center we just added to the rapport.
Yeah, the Maidenbower got remodeled, which a lot of people don't know. If they haven't had their holiday party there yet, they're going to find out very shortly. But it is really nice inside. They took the time to really go the distance. We take over the 4th floor and turn it into a big giant wedding.
Yeah.
Bring in a lot of vendors, and you park, you go right upstairs, and boom.
Easy parking. After the show, head to Lincoln Square and go to the Lucky Strike.
The new view from the 4th floor is incredible.
Absolutely.
I mean, if it's a decent day, kind of like today, it's a great view.
Oh, yeah. It always is, just like from the studio here, pal.
I know. Nice and gray.
Okay, so you filled in for me a couple of weeks ago. You had a couple of guests on from Hawaii.
Yeah.
The one guy that you had on.
Ben.
Yeah.
Ben, yeah.
I see that Brad always asks the question, are you a Beatle fan or are you an Elvis fan?
Oh, you can't let him know yet. We're going to put him on the hook here in a minute.
Who?
Our guests.
No, we
probably shouldn't ask that question today.
yeah.
Okay. we won't go
I
there.
think DJ Fontana as the drummer for Elvis Presley's band.
He's
for
next.
14 years. I
Yeah.
think we know who he's a big fan of.
That's right. Now get this. As you were saying, or as I was saying, that you always ask the question, Beatles or Elvis.
Right.
Okay, so here we go. Both your guests, that's what we're talking about. Your guests.
Yep. I know.
Favorite-
I'm not going to leave this down. Both the guests were huge Elvis fans.
That's correct.
I'm never going to live that down.
I listened to the show.
And I so liked Ben Vegas up until that point, too.
Well, his last name is Vegas. Of course, he's going to go Elvis.
Of course he is.
Yeah.
He actually met him, too.
Yeah, as I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the other gal that was on the show,
Jill?
who's in the wedding business.
Yep. Jill?
I've heard you talk about her before.
Yeah.
She said undoubtedly.
I know.
Indubitably.
She did.
Undoubtedly.
Loud and clear, Elvis.
That's right. So,
She actually told me privately, like, who are the Beatles? I'm like, thanks, rub it in. I'm just wondering how much you paid her to tell me that.
I don't even know her, but I guess it's probably time to go to hear a word from our sponsors. And we have a new sponsor today, ladies and gentlemen. The Art of Smiles. Miss Amanda Wong is our new sponsor. And we have a new commercial for her.
Dr. Amanda Wong and the team at Art of the Smiles provides comprehensive dental services at affordable prices. Their convenient location at 1706 South 320th Street and Federal Way and their extended hours fits the needs of both families and working professionals. Whether it's transforming your smile through some of their cosmetic therapies or simply having your teeth cleaned, Art of the Smiles provides individualized care plans that address your priorities and needs. Visit artofthesmiles.com or call 253-839-4048. That's 253-839-4048 for same-day scheduling.
Life's a celebration. Grand Event Rentals makes your event their top priority. They're your full-service, special event, and party rental provider, supplying everything you need from start to finish. Their professional sales team and event staff work with you to create your dream event. With every event, Grand Event Rentals customers' needs are the most important. Whether you're planning an intimate outdoor wedding or an elaborate black tie gala, the Grand Event Rental specialists make great pride in providing our event planning experience to help create an unforgettable event. Please go and visit the Bellevue showroom, Grand Event Rentals, or make a one-on-one appointment. Talk to them. They're trained, they're knowledgeable, they're event specialists, and they are going to take you through step-by-step everything that you need to make your day a success. Call Grand Event Rentals. Their number is 425-462-7368, or go to grandeventrentalslaw.com.
It's frustrating when your car won't start or just won't go, or you're locked out of your car and need to be somewhere. All Day Towing will take the frustration out of the situation with 24-hour service 7 days a week. They'll tow your vehicle safely to where it needs to go. Plus, they strive to reach you within 25 minutes of your call. When you need a tow, call All Day Towing at 206-695-2615. or 425-457-7788 for Eastside customers. All Day Towing. We'll be there. We promise.
Hi, everybody. This is Johnny from Viva Productions. I want to tell you a little bit about Elite Limousine. Right now, we have prom specials for 10-passenger stretch limousines, only $90 an hour. That's right, $90 an hour with the 4-hour minimum. 206-542-5733. Go to viva-productions.com for pricing.
Attention business owners. Experience a new world of business with barter. The Saturn Barter Company, located in Tacoma, is one of the most beneficial business decisions you can make. Using Saturn Barter, you are able to sell your products or services to other members of the exchange. You can then use that credit you've built up from your sales to purchase the products or services you or your company needs from other companies within Saturn Barter, all without the use of cash. Contact and join Saturn Barter Club today, 253-212-99 888-646-3030 or online at SaturnBarter.com.
Is your vehicle needing some attention? Take it over to Maddie's Tuning and Shoreline for fast, affordable car care. Trusted, professional. Maddie's services all makes and models and has been trusted in the Puget Sound for almost 60 years. Call Brian Maddie at 206-364-3347 or stop by his convenient location in Shoreline right on Aurora at 152nd. Maddie's Tuning. Call 206-364-3347. Trusted for almost 60 years to keep you safe and on the road.
Brides, do you want your big day to be stress-free, perfect, and stay within your budget? Well, Brides Club has all the inside information to make your dream a reality. Go to bridesclub.com. That's bridesclub.com. See upcoming bridal shows and events, view wedding vendors and special offers. And don't miss The Spotlight, the premier online wedding magazine with valuable articles you can't afford to miss. Brides Club helps make your wedding stress-free and perfect. Go to bridesclub.com. Check out bridesclub.com.
Clay Radio, your conversation station. KLAY Lakewood, Tacoma on 1180 AM.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. You're listening to Viva ENT. I'm in the studio with my co-host, Mr.
Brad Buckles, good afternoon.
My excellent producer,
Eric C.C. Ryder.
C.C. Ryder. All right, my man. Now, as everybody knows out there, if you listen to Viva ENT, we bring you the legends. We bring you the rock legends. And who, in the last few weeks, Nino Tempo.
Nino was incredible.
Nino was
incredible.
He was incredible. All the stories about Phil Spector, can you believe that, man?
That was very cool.
Nino was in the Phil Spector studios. He was the musician. You know, he became famous with his own hit record, the number one record of 1963.
He was a writer?
Writer, producer, musician, sax player, piano player. And he was lucky enough to be April Stevens' brother.
Right. And then, of course, April Stevens. I mean, wow.
Yeah, you know, all those beauties in those days, April Stevens, Jill St. John, on and on and
April
on.
April Stevens.
You know,
you're going to make me blush. Yeah, I went and looked her up.
I know.
Wow.
We had a fan. No, I won't say that.
No, that's okay. I was heated. Yeah. She's smoking.
Yes, if you Google her, man, she was, you know, I was really surprised she wasn't big in the movies, really. You know, but, and then we had Hal Blaine on. He had Phil Spector stories.
You know, the coolest thing about Hal Blaine is just how mellow he is.
Oh, he is.
He's just like, yeah, I did a couple hundred recordings. How many gold albums?
And then we top it off with Mike Stroller, one of the most famous, legendary songwriters in the history of pop music.
From Lieber and Stoller, absolutely.
He's got a Phil Spector story.
He did, yeah. And Elvis stories, too. He was great.
It was incredible.
His story was funny because Phil Spector got introduced to him as maybe an intern of some sort to come in and learn how the music industry worked.
That was incredible.
You could say that he was responsible for Phil Spector's launch.
I think he was being polite when he said that the other guy, the producer that introduced him, but I think actually Phil went in, studied under their umbrella.
Sure.
Under their tutelage. Is that the right word?
Sure.
I don't even know I knew that word. Anyway, all these Phil Spector stories, and then Hal Blaine tells everybody on our show that when Phil had the accident, he went straight to his house after the accident. Ain't that something?
Yep.
We had Nino Tempo tell us that he's the one that introduced
Sonny and Cher.
Sonny to Cher.
I remember that. That was kind of cool.
Because he was dating Cher before Sonny.
Right.
And Nino was dating Dean Martin's daughter.
Yep.
So he was a good-looking cat.
We get all the scoops on this show, I think. The dish.
We should go nationwide or something here because we got all the scoops. What do you think, Bradley?
I think we should. Syndication is the game.
I'm actually thinking about editing the shows and sending them over to Sirius Radio or something, see if they'll pick up, Legends of Rock. Johnny the Capo presents the Legends of Rock.
Wait. You can't go back to Johnny the Capo after you're now Johnny the Creole.
No, I will.
Johnny Creole.
I like the idea, Bradley. You're starting to get me.
If I'm going by Bradley, you're going by Creole. I'm just going to put that down right now.
Johnny Creole, baby. Okay, good. All right, great. I like it. So now, of all of the famous legends that we've had on the show, Eric, be honest. Tell us which one you thought was the coolest. Not the coolest so much, but maybe the most interesting, the most intriguing.
Well, Mike Stoller,
Yeah.
probably my favorite interview that we had on the show. I mean, just so many great stories. And, as a songwriter, involved with so many hits, from the 50s, 60s, 70s, just had great stories. Like when he's talking about not knowing that Hound Dog was a big hit with Elvis because he was on the Andrea Doria and it collided with the Stockholm. Now, this is a very famous shipwreck.
Right.
And so the guy is shipwrecked and doesn't realize that their song is a big hit because it takes a while for him to get back to America. And then he finds out, oh, yeah, Hound Dog's a big hit. And they're like, oh, what? Big Mama
by the
Thornton?
way.
No, this kid called Elvis. Yeah. So, I mean, that kind of stuff is just great.
Yeah, that's a great story, and even though he favored Mike Stoller, and we're going to get all these guys back on the show too, because they really like the format that we have. It's a relaxed format, it's a casual format where they can, just sit back, relax, and tell the stories. But even though he favored Big Mama Thornton's Hound Dog to Elvis, after I take a sip, I completely disagree. I think Hound Dog by Elvis is one of the greatest rock records of all time.
Well, the whole album, like as an
No.
entire presentation.
No, the cut.
Oh, the cut, the single.
Of Hound Dog. Now, DJ Fontana, and if we could play a little clip of Hound Dog, real quick. DJ Fontana was a master on the drums on this. I mean, he was. It was like a machine gun going off on that, and Elvis's voice was as crisp as a bell. You had the Jordanaires, you had Scotty Moore on guitar, Bill Black on bass, DJ Fontana on drums. At the RCA studio in New York, and if, go ahead and play a snippet from it and see if you.
You
know
ain't nothing but a hound dog, you're crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. Well, you ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. Well, they said you was high class. Well, that was just a lie.
With your hand clapping,
Yeah, they said you was high class.
masterful recording. I don't care. The fact of the matter is, it became like a novelty song, but I disagree with that 1,000,000,000%.
Hound Dog is a novelty song?
Well, I'm just saying, Hound.
Don't say that.
I'm not saying it, but I'm just saying. Do you know what I mean?
If I have to defend Elvis in front of Johnny, that's not a novelty song. That's a historic song.
Well, people might have thought of it as a novelty song because of like some of the television performances that he did to promote the song at the time, like where he appeared in a tux and sang the song to a dog.
Correct.
On
Steve Allen's
show, yeah. So
I mean,
people might have thought, oh, okay, this is kind of kitschy, this is kind of fun, this new kid. But yeah, who knew at that point in time that Elvis would continue to be like the biggest artist of all time?
I think the thing that I'm trying to say is that because Hound Dog was such a smash hit and it just catapulted him into superstardom, that people take the song for granted. I'm saying, pound for pound, the song was one of the greatest rock songs of all time. Bradley, what say you?
Jailhouse Rock.
But I'm talking about Hound Dog. Jailhouse Rock, no question about that. Right, Ryder?
Yes.
There's no question about
Sure.
Jailhouse
I mean,
Rock.
Hound Dog's good. I don't disagree.
I didn't say
It's
that.
great.
Yeah, okay.
I've accepted Hound Dog since. I mean, you got to remember, I got introduced to Elvis on like 8 albums at the age of like 8.
Yeah.
So I heard them all.
By Bruno Mars?
No, Bruno Mars. I knew Bruno Mars.
I know, I'm
but
saying.
he didn't introduce me to Elvis. My dad introduced me to Elvis
You know, there's a on YouTube. There's Bruno Mars impersonating Elvis when he was 4 years old.
at the Sheraton Hotel.
That's correct, in
Yeah.
Hawaii.
With Ben Vegas.
I'm telling you.
I know.
I'm a fountain of knowledge, pal.
You are just, yeah.
And Ben Vegas prefers Elvis over the Beatles. Is that correct?
Yep, he does.
I think I might have lost that.
So where I was going was, I think Jailhouse Rock is the rock song.
No question. No question.
Hound Dog is good. There's a lot of good songs out there.
Yeah, there's no question.
So if you go back and you ask all the Elvis fans, I mean, not that you can, take 100 Elvis fans, are they going to be Hound Dog or are they going to be Jailhouse Rock?
Probably Jailhouse Rock. Yeah, I would say. It's like, yeah.
But here's an interesting point. If you took 100 female Elvis fans
Yes, sir.
and
Yes.
100 male
Yes.
Elvis fans,
Yes, sir.
I'll bet you the 100 women wouldn't say Jailhouse Rock.
Can't Help Falling in Love?
Yeah.
Wise
They love that slow stuff.
men say.
Everybody I know who likes Elvis, and this is a large crowd, loves his slow stuff.
Yeah. Yes and no. Surrender was dynamite. Anyway, enough about Elvis, because we got Elvis's drummer coming on in about 2 minutes. So, ladies and gentlemen, a quick word from our sponsors. What a great show we're having today. Mr. Brad Buckles in the studio, Eric C.C. Ryder, Johnny the Capo, formerly Johnny Creole. I might be coming back as Johnny the Creole. Who knows? Hi, everybody. This is Johnny from Viva Productions. I want to tell you a little bit about Vegas nights. Forget about Vegas. I brought casino tables to the Emerald City. Craps, blackjack, roulette, poker. If you're planning a private party, corporate party, senior grad party, any kind of party, you want casino tables, you call 206-542-5733. Vegas nights, that's right. Shake, rattle, and roll.
Dr. Amanda Wong and the team at Art of the Smiles provides comprehensive dental services at affordable prices. Their convenient location at 1706 South 320th Street and Federal Way and their extended hours fits the needs of both families and working professionals. Whether it's transforming your smile through some of their cosmetic therapies or simply having your teeth cleaned, Art of the Smiles provides individualized care plans that address your priorities and needs. Visit artofthesmiles.com or call 253-839-4048. That's 253-839-4048 for same-day scheduling.
Brides, do you want your big day to be stress-free, perfect, and stay within your budget? Well, Brides Club has all the inside information to make your dream a reality. Go to bridesclub.com. That's bridesclub.com. See upcoming bridal shows and events, view wedding vendors and special offers. And don't miss The Spotlight, the premier online wedding magazine with valuable articles you can't afford to miss. Brides Club helps make your wedding stress-free and perfect. Go to bridesclub.com. Check out bridesclub.com. Attention business owners. Experience a new world of business with barter. The Saturn Barter Company, located in Tacoma, is one of the most beneficial business decisions you can make. Using Saturn Barter, you are able to sell your products or services to other members of the exchange. You can then use that credit you've built up from your sales to purchase the products or services you or your company needs from other companies within Saturn Barter, all without the use of cash. Contact and join Saturn Barter Club today, 253-212-9930, or online at SaturnBarter.com.
Is your vehicle needing some attention? Take it over to Maddie's Tuning and Shoreline for fast, affordable car care. Trusted, professional. Maddie's services all makes and models and has been trusted in the Puget Sound for almost 60 years. Call Brian Maddie at 206-364-3347 or stop by his convenient location in Shoreline right on Aurora at 152nd. Maddie's Tuning. Call 206-364-3347. Trusted for almost 60 years to keep you safe and on the road. It's frustrating when your car won't start or just won't go, or you're locked out of your car and need to be somewhere. All Day Towing will take the frustration out of the situation with 24-hour service 7 days a week. They'll tow your vehicle safely to where it needs to go. Plus, they strive to reach you within 25 minutes of your call. When you need a tow, call All Day Towing at 206-695-2615 or 425-457-7788 for Eastside customers. All Day Towing. We'll be there. We promise.
Life's a celebration. Grand Event Rentals makes your event their top priority. They're your full-service, special event, and party rental provider, supplying everything you need from start to finish. Their professional sales team and event staff work with you to create your dream event. With every event, Grand Event Rentals customers' needs are the most important. Whether you're planning an intimate outdoor wedding or an elaborate black tie gala, the Grand Event Rental specialists make great pride in providing our event planning experience to help create an unforgettable event. Please go and visit the Bellevue showroom, Grand Event Rentals, or make a one-on-one appointment. Talk to them. They're trained, they're knowledgeable, they're event specialists, and they are going to take you through step-by-step everything that you need to make your day a success. Call Grand Event Rentals. Their number's 425-462-7368, or go to grandeventrentalslaw.com.
Clay Radio, your conversation station. KLAY Lakewood, Tacoma on 1180 AM.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back on the air. You're listening to Viva ENT live in Seattle. I'm in the studio with my co-host, Mr.
Brad Buckles.
And my excellent producer,
Eric C.C. Ryder.
C.C. Ryder. Now,
And the new and improved
Jerry Osborne?
Johnny Creel.
Okay, I like Johnny Creel.
There we go.
Mr. Osborne, are you on the air, sir? Oh, maybe not, huh?
No, he's looking up. He's looking up our guest here.
He's working.
We're talking about the Beatles.
Oh, I like the Beatles.
Yeah.
Now, when we went off the air, I made a statement that Brad doesn't think that you can be a Presley fan and a Beatle fan. I am as big a fan of the Beatles as I am Presley.
Let me clarify that a little bit.
Yeah.
I think you can't be a Elvis fan and a Beatles fan 50-50. I think there's like a little bit more Elvis in you or a little bit more Beatles in you.
Well, I would say that with me it's a little bit different because I'm a musician and I respect the Beatles. I love John Lennon. I love McCartney. Harrison, great. And I even like Ringo Starr. You know, so I'm cool with the Beatles.
Do you like the Beatles?
Love
Eric,
the Beatles.
Beatles, Elvis. Equal?
Sure. In my mind, they're equal.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm not the hugest fan of either one of those. I can appreciate everything that they did.
Right.
But I have other groups that I probably rate,
fair.
at least as
As
high
do I.
as yeah.
But if you're going to go equal, or who do you like, most people are either like 60% Elvis, 40% Beatles, or the other way.
I'm right down the middle.
Who do you
50-50.
love? I want to know.
So many good tunes.
Yes, absolutely. Anyway, we have to improvise because we have DJ Fontana scheduled to be on the show, but we're having some technical difficulties because of the weather out there right now. And if we can't get DJ on the show today, we will have him on another date. So
as we wait,
what
was your first memory of Elvis?
Oh, that's easy. 10 years old, 19, I'm not going to say the date, of course.
19-something.
Something like that. My mother took me to see a movie, Girls, 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 which the song Return to Sender was featured in. And from that day on, I said, hey, I want to be like him. I want to have lots of girls. I want to sing.
You want to wear polyester?
I want to play guitar. And I want everybody to be happy.
There you go.
So, in the 60s, the Elvis movies were family movies, and if you went to one, there was no, it was just a fun
Right.
movie.
Just entertainment.
Yeah. They got a little stale at the end, there's no question, and almost ruined his career. And when he made the 68 special with DJ Fontana, he came back on top. But
Maybe it has to do with the first impression you had as a kid. Maybe if you saw your first Beatles song over your first Elvis song, maybe that's where it swings.
well, Google the Fun in Acapulco album and get the cover on that. Since you're real good with your thumb, you're much better than I am. I mean, I can't even maneuver on my phone. This guy's like he's a thumb guy. He's thumbing all over the place. When I saw that album cover, I kind of thought that I looked a little bit like Elvis.
That you look like?
Well, I mean, when I saw that cover, which I don't, but I said, "Hey, he's dark." No, it's not it. Fun in Acapulco. That's not the other one.
This one.
That's it.
Wow.
Yeah, see that? Yeah.
I see a little Johnny in there.
I hear you.
So maybe it has to do with who you heard first. Like maybe if you were influenced by the Beatles first, then you became a Beatles fan.
Doubt it, because I'll tell you why. When the Beatles came out, they had that Beatle haircut, and they sounded like the Everly Brothers, and it was...
You mean like the Beatles?
Yeah. Well, I'll explain that to you. I'll explain it to you.
You explain it?
Early rock and roll had a hard edge. Little Richard, Presley, Chuck Berry, Jerry Lee Lewis.
Oh, yeah. Bill Haley.
I like that hard edge.
Yep.
And when the Beatles came out, they were quite poppy, which was cool. But when I heard Paul McCartney sing Long Tall Sally, I changed my mind.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
So are you a bigger Paul fan than John?
No.
No, you definitely like John.
No. Equal.
Man, you're being diplomatic today.
Well, it's not diplomatic. The facts are the facts. McCartney was a genius. Lennon was a genius.
Absolutely.
McCartney took the safe way. Lennon got off track a little bit, but towards the latter part of his career, he came back on track. So, if you listen to the Mind Games album, if you listen to the Double Fantasy album, you would say Lennon's back.
He's starting to come back, yeah.
He's back, Jack.
Yep, good old regular rock and roll again.
But Lennon's first album with the Plastic Ono Band, man, love it. He hates, I love.
I can't handle Ono.
I don't. Well, she wasn't on the album.
If it said Plastic Ono Band, I'm not a fan.
I got you, but I got you. But you got to listen to the album.
I have listened to the album, and it's good music. I just can't get over Ono.
I couldn't either for many years.
I still can't. Anyhow, on another note.
Well, the fact of the matter is, it's a shame that we didn't get DJ on today, and it looks like we might not. But Eric's trying in the control room to.
He is just working hard right now.
He's working his butt off to try to get him on.
He is.
Yeah.
So, if you were to go into Johnny's iPod today, what kind of musicians are you listening to now?
That is a very intriguing question.
I've thought about it several times and just haven't asked you yet. But with everything you play, the fact that you own a DJ company, you're got an entertainment company,
casino entertainment company,
all that,
talk radio show.
If you're in the car and you just want to turn on
sing
music,
a song and write a musician, go ahead.
All right. Running for president. If I know,
well, I love Trump.
I know. So you like Trump?
I do. Sorry.
No, there's no sorry.
I love him.
I think there's probably 3 people that agree with you here in Seattle.
I like Trump.
So if I were to get into Johnny's favorite music, you're going down the freeway, you got some time, and you put in your favorite soundtrack or your favorite something, what are you listening to?
Well, that is a really intense question, Mr. Buckles. And I'm going to say I like Bruno Mars.
Okay, I'm with you on that. I remember when he first broke, you were telling me that he was the real musician.
I love Bruno Mars.
Okay.
I like Maroon 5, but what I don't like, Brad, and I'm going to be honest with you, all these singers that are out right now, the male vocalists, I think the female vocalists are kicking the male vocalists' ass right now. I mean, seriously, in pop music, you're talking about pop music, I think the female vocalists rule.
Because
they're putting out good music. It's not all that non-melodic rap. I got nothing against rap, but it's not very melodic.
Well, that's the lack of melodic.
There's no melody line. There's no... But the fellas, Sam Smith, all these cats, the black artists, the white artists, I don't care, what color you are. They're all using this tone on their voice, and they're all singing like little kids.
Yeah, it's like an auto-tuner. There's a certain sound, yeah.
It's exactly correct. So now, why are they wanting to sound like little kids? I don't get it.
It's the sound that's in.
It's the sound that's in, but I don't like it.
Okay. But you're going to go for Maroon 5.
Maroon 5, that song Sugar is kick-ass.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of songs that they've done are, kick-ass. The Animal song, he goes in that high register with the auto-tune.
Yep.
And I start losing it because I hear that it's not.
See, I'm a fan of like a couple of the later songs of Maroon 5. I still like Sunday Morning. That's where I think he plays his. That's
great
where
song.
that's where he lays it down.
Marvelous and Wonderful.
So who else?
Damn. I can't say that. The thing is, there's not any rock bands that are on the top of the charts right
New
now.
bands, right?
Yeah, it's pretty tough. It's pretty tough for me, being the guy that I am. I'm playing, played all those years in Vegas. 80s and 90s. I'm in the lounges.
Yep.
And now we have a different world.
You mentioned Sam Smith.
Don't like him.
Don't like him?
Not a bit.
How do you not like Sam Smith?
Easy.
I think he's got one of the best voices in music right now, period.
Bradley, he's on auto-tune. Eric knows the term. Knows the term. He's on that tune. Eric, you got him? No.
We're talking about Sam Smith and the fact that.
Okay.
We're back.
There's a term for that.
Yeah, it's auto-tune.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
They go in and they automatically tune the voice to a certain sound, and then they manipulate it in the studio.
Sam Smith, I don't dig it. I don't dig him.
You can be wrong once in a while.
Yeah, I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Yeah, I've been criticized for not liking Sam Smith.
So I think we are getting ready to tune in right now.
Yeah, I think we've got Jerry Osborne on the line. Jerry, you there?
I am here.
Fantastic.
Good afternoon, Jerry.
We've also got DJ Fontana on the line.
In near Nashville, Tennessee, I believe.
Yeah, right outside of Nashville.
Antioch.
Mr. Fontana, this is Johnny. I am the host of Viva ENT. I'm in the studio with my co-host Brad Buggles and my producer Eric Ryder. And as soon as I heard your voice, man, I go, oh, my God, that's DJ Fontana. Your voice to me, sir, is very recognizable. I have followed Elvis's career from the very beginning until, through the entire career. When did you come aboard? Because I know that Scotty Moore, Bill Black were on That's All Right, Mama. Did you come aboard on Mystery Train? Or when
my first big record was Heartbreak Hotel.
But you were in the Sun Studios, weren't you?
No, I wasn't. Everybody says I was, but I wasn't.
Louisiana Hayride.
I did the Louisiana Hayride, right?
Right, exactly. DJ, that's the first time I knew that. And as a matter of fact, I got to tell you, I think you got to agree with me, Heartbreak Hotel changed the world.
Well,
overnight.
It did. It turned it around a little bit.
I would say. Well, Jerry, what do you think about that?
Well, it's hard to disagree with that. I mean, that is the I Want to Hold Your Hand of the 50s. I mean, one record just changed so much. I've always been wondering, though, and as I've known DJ for over 30 years now, and I've never asked him this question, so it just came to me. What would you have done or what would you have pursued had you not have gone down the Elvis path?
Well, I don't know for sure. I was working clubs down in Louisiana, down in Shreveport. So I might have just stuck with that for a while, but then I was in the grocery business for a while, so I probably would have ended up as a grocery, working in a grocery store.
Oh, gee, I bet you really hate that it worked out the way it did, right?
Well, yeah. Yeah.
So DJ, are you telling me that you came along at Heartbreak Hotel, RCA Studios, 1956? You didn't play any of those gigs between 1955 with Elvis on the road?
Oh, I was on the road, yeah, but I wasn't on the record.
I gotcha. So in other words, those records were already recorded.
Well, either that, or what they did, they couldn't afford getting me back and forth.
Correct.
Scotty and Bill and Elvis.
And Sam, right?
Yeah, well, Sam didn't have much to do with that part of it.
Yeah. Well, so in other words, you were on the early tours, 54, 55, when Elvis was, before he became a national name.
A superstar, yeah, right, I was.
Superstar, correct. Yeah. I think one of the most famous moments that I've seen you was when you were on the 68 Comes Back special, and you said...
That was a good one.
Oh, yeah. Well, I would say. But you said to Elvis on stage, you said... oh yeah, Elvis, don't you remember the time we were in Florida? and he says, oh yeah, man. He says, the PGA or the YMCA came out to film the show. You remember that?
They did. They did, yeah.
You remember that part, don't you?
Oh, sure.
What did you think of that 68 special? Because I know that you played on all the soundtracks right up to Speedway. And maybe even after.
No, I didn't like the soundtracks anyhow.
Yeah, well, I know, but the thing is, what I'm saying, you knew that, or a lot of people knew that Elvis's career was, in 1968, before the special, was subsiding quite a bit.
Yeah, it was dropping. It sure was.
He was dropping. He was dropping. He was, in other words, it could have been the end. But that 68 special put him back on top, and you were part of it.
Well, we tried. We all tried. Me and Scotty and all the guys around that little arena they had there.
Yeah. That was cool. Now, Brad, have you ever seen the 68 Comeback special?
I have.
Yeah.
I didn't see it till like 1978, but yeah.
Well, nevertheless, there was that little round thing where Elvis was in the black leather suit.
Yep.
And Scotty was there. What did they have you beating on a suitcase or some damn thing?
No, it was the back of a guitar case.
Same thing, yeah.
Yeah.
What happened? They had drums on the stage before we got there, and we got there, and it was just too tight,
Right.
And they said, "Well, what can we do?" I said, "We'll just get rid of the drums and
give me a guitar case."
Give me a guitar case. We've done this before. We played something like that on not Hound Dog, but
Lottie Miss Cloudy.
Don't be cruel.
Yeah.
The sound. That's what that was.
Mm-hmm. You guys did Lottie Miss Cloudy, One Night with You, Blue Christmas, Tiger Man, and Baby What You Want Me to Do.
Yeah, we did a lot of them.
Yeah, that was cool, man.
DJ, what did you do during the time when Elvis was in the Army?
I went back in the grocery business.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, a couple of years, yeah.
Who would have thought?
Yeah, well, I had to do something.
I know. Now, one more question from my end. And again, this is something we've never talked about. Do you have a particular favorite song that is your favorite because of the drumming part of it? In other words, the one that you feel maybe was the best or your favorite to have played on, strictly from a drummer standpoint?
Yeah. Well, of course, Hound Dog, but that would be the kicker right there.
Yeah, it's a pretty effective part of the song, that's for sure.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah, DJ, we were just talking about Hound Dog early on the show today, and I'm saying to this day that it's one of the greatest rock and roll classics of all time. Definitely, I don't know why, but maybe slightly underrated. But I think as far as rock history, it's killer.
Oh, it sounded good to me. It still sounds good.
It still sounds good to this day. When they remixed it on the Elvis 30 #1 hit album, I mean, you play that on a high powered sound system. Watch out.
Yeah, it would be good. Yeah.
And DJ, 2 weeks ago we had Mike Stoller on the show, and he talked a lot about writing Hound Dog.
He did.
Yeah, we had Mike on the show about 2 weeks ago, pal.
Well, he wrote a bunch of them.
He sure did.
Oh, yeah. Jailhouse Rock, Hound Dog, Don't, Bossa Nova Baby, Girls, Girls, Girls. You
know, I have a favorite involving the drum, and I was wondering if you would mention this earlier when I asked you if there was one or two that you particularly liked. I've always been kind of crazy about the drum part of Reconsider Baby.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the old blues thing.
Yeah.
Reconsider Baby.
Yeah, it was good.
Mm-hmm.
All those records were good.
Well, you know, Reconsider Baby was a great recording because they let the band take off on that song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they did.
You know, a lot of Elvis recordings and DJ, you know, on the soundtracks, it was kind of slightly generic. But,
it was generic.
Yeah. But on Reconsider Baby, the Elvis is Back album, they let you guys take off. Boots Randolph took off.
Mm-hmm.
You took off. The harmonica player took off. You know, everybody. In other words, it was like featuring the band plus Elvis.
Yeah, it was good. I like that record too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? Another record you kicked ass on, DJ, was Girls, Girls, Girls.
Oh, that was a fast, furious thing there.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Mm-hmm. And Boots Randolph really kicked ass on that song. But you almost had the Hound Dog thing going on with Girls, Girls, Girls.
Well, it could be. I don't remember what I played on it now. I'll tell you
Well, you had that snare drum going. You were moving, brother.
Other than Jailhouse Rock, what other movies were you in?
We had in Jailhouse. What movies did I do, Karen? Loving You, Jailhouse, King Trio, and G.I. Blues.
We won't talk about Love Me Tender.
Oh, we wasn't in that one at all.
Right.
Yeah, I know. There was a little story behind that, right, Jerry?
Yeah. Well, that definitely means you qualify for a page on the Internet Movie Database. Hey, you finally achieved your ultimate goal.
They brought in the Kim Darby trio, remember, on Love Me Tender?
Oh, yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, I remember that one.
That's hilarious. They didn't want to bring in Scotty, Bill, and DJ on Love Me Tender, you know.
Well, they thought we were rock and rollers completely.
Yeah.
And they said, "Well, you guys can't do this.
You can't play country."
You can't. And we said, "Well, that's where we started, country music."
That's right, brother. That's right. You guys, you're playing the Blue Moon of Kentucky and all that stuff.
Yep.
So, DJ, one of the questions we always like to ask our guests is who you're listening to now. Like, who today are we listening to?
Well, I'm not listening to many of them. I watch television.
You're watching television?
That's about all I do.
About all you do?
Mm-hmm.
No more rock and roll, huh?
I'd like to know what DJ's favorite show on TV is then.
What's the name of this show, Karen? Like Blue Blood. You ever seen that one?
Blue Bloods,
Blue Blood's cool.
That's got Donnie Wahlberg on it.
Yeah, it's good. It's pretty a good show.
So that kind of makes you a New Kids on the Block fan.
Yeah, I guess.
Don't know about that one, Brad.
That's a bit of a stretch, but what else are you watching?
That's about it. I watch Blue Blood. It's on all day long here.
Oh, wow.
It's a marathon.
It is. That's what it is.
We've got maybe about a minute and 30 left. DJ, can we get you back on the show, DJ, please?
Yeah, just let me know in plenty of time. You know, we'll be okay.
Okay, Jerry?
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much for getting DJ on the show. Do you have anything that you want to ask DJ before we get off the air?
Well, no, I think I asked him the questions that I had. I will ask him, will you be in Memphis next year?
No, I hadn't been invited yet. Maybe I will. But
all right. Well, anyway, somewhere within the next year or so, we'll get together again down there.
What about last year? Did they invite you last year, DJ?
No, they hadn't invited me down there for 2 or 3 years.
Oh, what the hell is going on there in Memphis?
Well, I don't know.
Well, one way or another, I'm sure our paths will cross.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure of that.
Thank you, old friend.
DJ Fontana, it's been a pleasure to have you on our show. You're a rock legend. We love you. I think about you all the time. Every time I play a Presley record, I think about you, man.
I want you to watch. This is my website, djfontana.com.
Anything else you want to say, DJ, before we get off?
That's about it.
DJ Fontana, Jerry Osborne, thank you so much for being on Viva ENT.
Okay, my friends.
Ladies and gentlemen, another milestone classic show here on Viva ENT. Bradley, say goodbye.
Good afternoon.
Eric Ryder.
Thanks for listening.
We'll dig you now and see you later because you are fine.
Sweet potato.
Sweet potato. Thank you so much. Viva ENT, DJ Fontana. Don't get better than that, folks. Thank you so much.